Hey, shalom to the hopeful elect. First and foremost, I'd like to give all honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders at Great Millstone who teach the truth and rule well. This is the brother Yatabia Wa'ala coming back from the GMS SF Bay Area camp. And I got a quick lesson today. All right, Lord's will is edifying. Just going into the topic of the transfer of the kingdom. All right. We know, as it says in the Lord's Prayer, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. And when you go to the promises in the prophecy, all right, the Lord promises a kingdom to the nation of Israel. Okay. And this is what the Israelites knew, all right, going back from the beginning, what was going to be established. Okay. There's no, going into, the Messiah coming back, going into, a spiritual heaven, and you just live with the Lord in some type of fourth dimension, which there is a spiritual world, but when it talks about the kingdom and the kingdom being established, that's here on earth. All right, it's a rulership, and right now, all right, as it says in Job the 9th chapter, that rulership or that kingdom is given into Esau. Okay, the wicked. All right, but let me start with this. This is Acts 1, and I'll start at verse 6. All right, and it says, when they therefore were come together, they asked of him, saying, Lord, will thou at this time restore again the kingdom to Israel? All right, why? Because, during the time of King Solomon, you had basically a glimpse of the kingdom, all right, which was 40 years of peace. All these nations were put into subjection around about by King David, and King Solomon, all right, was able to rule in peace, okay, for 40 years. Now they're asking, okay, the disciples are asking Yahushai, will thou now restore the kingdom of Israel? Because Yahushai, he was the Messiah. He came back. And he said unto them, it is not for you to know the times nor the seasons which the Father hath put in his own power. So it's not, basically it's not time yet. All right? It's and you have to look for prophecy. There's certain things that had to happen first. We had to go into the falling away. All right, the man of sin had to be revealed. All right, the mark of the beast. You had to have, the basically the renewing of the fourth beast, or the Romans coming back into power. Okay, by way of America or Babylon the Great. The 10 horns, NATO and the EU. All right, all these things had to come to pass in these times. All right, prophecy, in order for the kingdom to be established. Okay, you have to have the great destruction, the second death, which is going to partake over here in America. All right. But again, it wasn't, basically it wasn't that time back then. All right. Verse 8 says, but you shall receive power after the Holy Ghost or the Holy Spirit has come upon you, and you shall be witnesses unto me both in Jerusalem and all Judea and Samaria and unto the uttermost part of the earth. But the point is, the disciples, all right, were they knew of the promise, they knew of the prophecy, all right, that Israel would come into power again. Okay, now let me jump over here. Well, let me get this first, since I quoted it in Job the 9th chapter, which shows you who's in control. All right, it says, Job 9:24 says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. All right, the earth, the rulership, the kingdom right now is given into the hand of the wicked. All right, and who is the wicked? It tells you in Malachi the 1st chapter who the wicked is. That border, everywhere they touch, is what? Esau, Edom. It says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, and again, by process of elimination, we know who Esau, Edom is. Therefore, we know who the wicked is. Who owns the banks? All right, who runs the world? Who owns all the different basically all the resources in the world? Who has control over that? Follow the paper trail, and it'll take you to what? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, and his top tribe, the small hats. It says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof, if not, where and who is he? Okay, and this is part of them coming into power, covering the true faces of the real judges, the Israelites. All right, whitewashing, iconoclasm. Okay. Let me jump over here, Daniel chapter 7, and this goes into the prophecy of the different kingdoms, the whole book of Daniel. All right, but primarily the kingdom to come after the fourth beast. All right. And it says, let me start. Yeah, let me start at verse 23. It says, thus he said, the fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon earth. And this is the times we're in right now. All right, we're in the fourth kingdom. And who is that? You have the beast, all right, NATO and the EU, which again is headed by America. And who runs all of it? Esau, Edom, the wicked. It says, the fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon earth, which shall be diverse from all kingdoms, and shall devour the whole earth, and shall tread it down and break it in pieces. Ultimate rulership. And the 10 horns out of this kingdom are 10 kings that shall arise, and another shall rise after them, and he shall be diverse from the first, and he shall subdue 3 kings. All right, now this is going into what? America. Okay, America subduing those 3 kings was those, you had the 3 different wars. You had the Spanish, you had the French, and ultimately the Revolutionary War with the British. Okay, it says he shall subdue 3 kings, and he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, which this devil has done. All right, you have daylight savings times, you have all the different laws being changed. Okay, you have a constitution, you have a Bill of Rights. All right, all these are the changing. Okay, it says, and they shall be given into his hand into a times, and the dividing of times, which is that 350-year period. All right, that time of slavery. Okay, verse 26, but the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion to consume and to destroy it unto the end. And this is the times we're heading into. All right, and this is what? The final kingdom, the final nation to rule. And the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High. So again, you had the disciples asking Yahushua, will thou now restore the kingdom to Israel? Why? Because this is prophecy. This is what the promises are about. Okay, this is our book, and this is, the whole, theme of the scriptures is our relationship with the Most High, and us going off, us doing, getting pushed in all these different captivities. But ultimately, you know what? The Lord is telling us that the kingdom is going to be established. All right, that promise, that prophecy. We just had to go through all these things. These things must be because, ultimately it shows us, what not to do. All right, when we're not in our glory, so to speak, when we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing. Okay? But through all that, the Lord is going to have mercy on his people, the Israelites, and establish this kingdom. It says, but the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion to consume and to destroy it unto the end. Yeah, this place is going to be taken out. All right? We're heading into prophecy, going into World War III. Revelation of 12th chapter, Esau knows that he has but a short time, so he's going to show his wrath. But in the end, you can't stop prophecy, and this place is going to be taken out. All these different heathens are going to be put into subjection. All right? And America is going to be destroyed. It says, and the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions shall serve and obey him. And who are the saints? The Israelites. All right. And it says what? Whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom. Because when Yahushua comes back and establishes the kingdom, it's going to be forever. Okay. And all dominions shall serve and obey him. All these other heathens, all these different kings of the different nations, they're going to be put into subjection, and they're going to serve us, the Israelites. All right. Verse 28, hitherto is the end of the matter. As for me, Daniel, my cogitations much troubled me, and my countenance changed in me, but I kept the matter in my heart. But again, you see the prophecy, all right? You see the prophecy of the kingdom, all right, of Israel. The kingdom of Yasharallah is the last kingdom to be prophesied to rule on earth, and it's going to be an everlasting kingdom, a kingdom that rules forever. All right. Now, let me jump over here. And the kingdoms that are in control, Esau being in control, everything that's going on is being orchestrated by Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right, there's everything that happens. You see everything going on in the news. You see, all these kings making decisions, presidents, different prime ministers, whatever you want to call them, kings. All right, they're all making these decisions, but ultimately, they're being controlled by the Heavenly Father. He's moving them like chess pieces on the board. Because He's the ultimate ruler. It says, Psalm 75:6, it says, "For promotion cometh neither from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south. But the Most High is the judge. He putteth down one and setteth up another." All right. So what does that mean? When somebody comes into power, all right, when they get into a rulership position, when a nation comes up to a rulership position, that is because the Lord allowed it. All right. And we just read the earth was given into the hand of the wicked. So the Lord allows Esau in rulership right now. But what did we just read in Daniel? That rulership is going to be transferred. Okay. It's going to go into the hands of the Israelites. All right. Starting with the elect in Yahushua. All right. But this is what we're witnessing on earth. All right. We're witnessing that the Lord has full control. Okay. Real quick, Daniel chapter 4:17, it says, "This matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men." What does that mean? Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is the true ruler. Okay, so you might think, these people, these presidents and ministers are just going, off the dome, and there's a free will, and they're making all these decisions to either better themselves or better the nation or country that they represent. But ultimately, everything that is being put into play is orchestrated by the Heavenly Father. All right, this is what the world fails to realize or fails to accept. All right, that there is a power, the Most High. He's omnipotent, omnipresent. All right, He's the one that rules everything. He's in full control. Okay, so you can't resist His will. You can't do your own thing, because if He wants it, if He says it, it's going to be done. Okay, again, this matters by the decree of the watchers and the demand of the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever He will. All right, so whoever He wills to rule, that's who's going to rule. And again, Job 9, the 9th chapter, right now that rulership is given unto Esau, or the wicked. All right, it says, "And giveth it to whomsoever He will, and setteth up over it the basis of men." All right, and Esau is that base man. You can read his history. That was the original caveman. He was the wild wood woes. All right, it talks about that in the book of Job, where eating juniper roots and braying like an animal. It's clothes disintegrating. That was the original cave beast. He was a base. But this shows you the power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai to prove a point. All right, to teach us a lesson. He can set up this base nation over us. All right, and this is all to show His power. This is why eventually the kingdom's going to be established with the second covenant. Having those new bodies, to where the kingdom of Israel is going to rule forever. All right, we're going to understand. We're going to have, the Lord's going to give us this understanding. We're going to have this wisdom to know, to realize, that this is the only way. All right, and it's going to be impossible to go any other. Let me jump over here to Proverbs 21 and 1. It says, "The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, as the rivers of water, He turneth it whithersoever He will." So again, there is no such thing as free will. The moves that are being made, the decisions that are being made, is all by will of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Okay, and this is why it's beautiful, and like the scriptures say, with all thy getting, get understanding. It's beautiful in Tawadi Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai that He's given us the understanding to know what's happening, to see prophecy coming to pass. All right, and to have that comfort to where whatever happens, we know the ultimate end goal. And what's the ultimate end goal? A salvation, destruction to this place, and a kingdom being established. All right, that's the end goal. That's the end vision. All right, So when all these things come to pass, of course Satan's gonna come into our mind, trying to get us to doubt. We're gonna see, a lot of things coming to pass. We have to remember that end goal, that end vision. All right, and that is what? Ultimately, the kingdom's gonna be established no matter what. All right, the elect are gonna be saved. The Lord's will, we're of that number, and eventually, the whole nation of Israel is gonna come into power. Okay, Esau is gonna go into slavery. So there, ultimately, there's nothing to worry about. Okay, we have the vision. All right. This is Sirach chapter 10, and you know what? Let me just start from the top. All right, because the Lord is just, and He gives these nations a chance, but this time and time again, He shows us why these nations aren't right. Sirach or Ecclesiasticus chapter 10, and I'll start from the top, verse 1. A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. All right, this is a wise judge. This is a prudent man, well ordered. All right, instructed well. How are they instructed? Well, we have the instructions before us. All right, the scriptures, the laws. Okay, but does Esau use that? No. It says, as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of the man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. Now, what type of person is this ruler? He's wicked. So what are the people going to be? What are the officers going to be? They're going to be wicked. All right? An unwise king destroyeth his people. And the people are being destroyed here. But through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord. In due time, he will set up over it one that is profitable. Again, showing you that the Lord is in full control, and that ultimate ones that are profitable are the nation of Israel. Again, starting with Yahushua and the elect. All right, that governing body, the ones to establish the kingdom. It says, in the hand of the Most High is the prosperity of man, and upon the person of the scribe shall he lay his honor. Bear not hatred to thy neighbor for every wrong, and do nothing at all by injurious practices. Pride is hateful before the Most High and man, and by both doth one commit iniquity. And this is a big part of the reason why this man isn't right. He has the biggest pride. Here it is. The Lord has it all set up. What you have to do, all right. The way that a kingdom prospers or you prosper is do what He says. But Esau does the exact opposite. That's pride. Verse 8, it says, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, which, again, you can read this track record. You could, the receipts are there. Unrighteous dealings, injuries. How is this nation established? How did Esau get the power he has? Okay? And riches got by deceit. The kingdom is translated from one people to another. All right. So because of the way Esau is, the scriptures say his soul that is lifted up is not upright in him. All right. He is a wicked man. He is a deceitful man. All right. He is a nasty, evil man. Because of that, and because of all his dealings, well, the power that he's been given is about to be translated. And who's it going to be translated to? Well, the nation of Israel. So again, the disciples asked Yahushua, in this time will thou now restore the kingdom of Israel. Well, in that time you had Esau ruling, but it wasn't the time. Okay? Again, other prophecies still had to come to pass. All right? But this time, Esau being in power again, that the wounds of the beast being healed. All right? He's coming, he's back in power, but now is the time that the kingdom is going to be established. All right? Let me just finish off on here. 2nd Ezra 6, and you know what? Let me start at verse 7. It says, then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times, or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau, showing you that it's all about Jacob and Esau. All right, brother's always going to it. This is the meat and potatoes of the story. And it's going to get into it. It's going to break it down. Verse 9, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. And what is this talking about? This is talking about rulership, all right? The kingdom. Who's going to rule the kingdom? Well, Esau is going to be the end of the world, all right? The end of this current age. Hey, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, and that's how we know we're at the end, because Esau's in rulership. And Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. So the next nation to rule is going to be Jacob, which is what? Israel. All right. And we read in Daniel that it's going to be an everlasting kingdom. So this is the end. All right. This is why it's so beautiful to see these things coming to pass, and the Lord opening up our eyes and ears to see these things, because this is it. This is the last or the end of the end. All right. This is the last of the heathen rulership. And Israel's about to be the ones to rule next. And this is what we're fastly approaching. All right. Yep. It says, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of that followeth. So, Lord's will, this was edifying again. We're witnessing the end. Everything that the disciples, desired to see, we're seeing now. They desired to see the kingdom, the desire to see Israel back on top. But it wasn't time back then, but now it is. Now we're living in that time. All right. And, it's not any replacement theology that you can't, add all these different things into the scriptures. It's always been about Israel. All right. And that kingdom is finally going to be given to Israel now. All right. Starting with the elect in Yahushai. But again, Lord's will, this is edifying. Once again, I want to give all honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakudash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders at Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect, and above.